Anyone that does any type of true sales has to deal with objections on a daily basis. When it comes to final expense sales, it's important to do right by the client and make sure that the insurance actually makes sense for them. In other words, always do the right thing. A lot of times, these folks will tell you they have to think about it, or they don't sign anything without looking it over, or they just don't do any type of business when they first meet with someone. These are common excuses that we hear every day, but in most cases, they're not what I like to refer to as the true objection. In this video, we're going to show you how to overcome these objections and find the true objection so you can do your job, do what's best for the prospect, and help them get this important coverage in place. Coming up next. Hey guys, my name is Doug Massi, and right off the bat, I'm gonna ask that you push that little like button, as this is a great way to let us know that you're watching our videos. If you don't like the video, you can throw us a thumbs down. Now, if you're a new agent in need of training, we suggest you subscribe to our channel right now, and after you've watched this video, go back to our playlist and find the one called Basic Training. If you watch that list, you'll be able to learn all the basics of final expense sales. To be notified each time we put out a new video, smash on that little bell-looking thing that's right next to the subscribe button. As I mentioned before, overcoming objections is a big part of our job. Before I get into how to deal with the I have to think about it type of objections, it's important that you do a few things to eliminate this type of objection up front. First of all, make sure you look clean cut, well groomed, and you wear nice professional looking clothing. No, I don't suggest a tie or jacket. If your clothing doesn't fit right, you might actually come off as unprofessional and disheveled. Second, make a strong presentation. Your presentation needs to flow and it needs to make perfect sense. If you bumble through the presentation and come off as being disorganized, you're gonna blow the laydown sales. What's a laydown sale, you ask? A laydown is an easy sale that anyone can make as long as they know what they're doing. The third thing that you want to do is make sure to build lots of rapport before and during the presentation. Use your personal commercial. You want to find the need and know the name of the person that will actually be in charge of taking care of things once your prospect has passed away. Make sure to use that beneficiary's name throughout the presentation. I might say something like, "Okay, Mrs. Jones, now before I ask you the medical questions, it's important that you answer everything completely and as honestly as possible. This is the best way for me to be able to help find something that you can easily afford so that your daughter Sarah doesn't get stuck having to pay for everything when you're gone. We're gonna get her through the mourning process as easily as possible, Mrs. Jones." Guys, you see what I just did there? Building rapport is extremely important. If you stick around until the end of this video, I'm gonna show you how to get a copy of our last will and testament along with our custom memorial planning guide. You can actually use these tools for building rapport. When you start your presentation, just show the client that you want to make sure that their final expenses and needs are all taken care of. Pull out the last will kit and memorial planning guide and simply write the prospect's name inside the memorial planning guide and on the front page of the will kit, right in front of them. I got that from one of our agents. Thank you, Mary Ellen. Okay, so when you go for the close and they give you an objection, in most cases, it's not the true objection. You see, the true objection is often either A, they don't trust you yet, or B, they simply can't afford it. So what do? Well, you go back to building rapport so that they can trust you, or you find something that they can easily afford by doing a price drop close. Or you just do both. Now, assuming you've made a good personal commercial, I suggest creating a backup story. The backup story is designed to use as a backup when you failed at closing the sale. Show them your driver's license to prove that you are who you claim to be. Show them your insurance license and give them a little input on how and why you do this business. How important your license and family are to you, and how you would never ever lie or risk having any issues with your insurance license, as that is how you feed your family and how you always put your clients' needs first and treat your clients the same exact way that you would treat your own mom and dad. Then you go back and do the close again. If they give you another objection, then simply say, well, you're on a tight budget, aren't you? They'll always say yes. Then say, my bad, I apologize. The last thing that I want, Mrs. Jones, is to convince you to bite off more than you can chew. I mean, I know you don't want Sarah to have to come out of pocket for this, especially during that time while she's in mourning of her mom's passing. This is when you show them another option and you do your price drop close and say the magic words, can I make a suggestion? Again, they will always say, sure. Show them an even lower priced option. Push them into it and say, go ahead and grab your driver's license, Mrs. Jones, and then pull out your paperwork and start writing. Guys, if you're interested in a copy of our custom memorial planning guide, along with that last will kit that I mentioned earlier, email me at doug@ufesonline.com. If you're interested in finding out about our sales program, which includes starting commission levels between 100 and 120%, along with renewals and access to our online training platform, along with the best and most affordable lead programs in the entire industry, email me at that same address, doug@ufesonline.com. Now go out there and do something good for your prospects today, and happy hunting.